If Xavier's right, then the door should open now.
Let us remain vigilant as we advance. We do not know what lies ahead.
A break.
It seems we have reached a dead end.
Is that? No. That's impossible.
Can someone tell me what in the hell is going on here?
I detect vital signs. It is not any sort of doll.
You have come at last. I give you 90 points for this feat.
Master Shadowlord.
Why is someone who looks like Adel in that tank?
Do you recall my promise to you all? That I would explain once you have seen the truth with your own eyes. That time has come. As promised, the truth is yours.
Quit gloating and get to the point already.
Patience, Lieutenant Eiblinger. There is an order to these matters. Firstly, how much do you know of alchemy, Adel Kristen?
Yeah.
That is right. You encountered this ancient art in Xandria.
Alchemy? You can't be serious.
You know what alchemy is, Jules?
It was a science prevalent among Glean scholars during the 100 Years' War. Supposedly, the aim of alchemy was to transmute common ores into pure gold.
Gold? Sounds like a historical scam to me.
Maybe, but the research had a great influence on science and medicine. Eventually, though, it was deemed to be pseudoscience and was buried in time.
You get 50 points for that attempt at an explanation.
What do you mean?
Alchemy's objective is not only the transmutation of metals and other materials. It is also research dedicated to the perfect replication of human flesh and soul.
Huh?
Human flesh and souls as well?
During those times, there was one alchemist who perfected this art.
That's impossible.
Does that mean this place is for alchemy?
That is correct. The purpose of this facility is the fabrication of homunculi through alchemy.
Huh?
You're joking, right?
However, it would explain how they were able to create another Adol.
So you're telling us that the Adel over there is a copy?
50 points. Again.
What was that?
The Adel in that preservation vessel is the true Adel, the peerless adventurer. And the homunculus that was created in his image was you, Crimson King.
Wait.
That can't be true.
You're screwing with us.
Could it be?
Yes, you, the one who escaped the prison, are a replica of that Adel Kristen.
Even if what you're saying is true, then so what? Sure, it's a shock to learn all of this about Adol and alchemy. But the Crimson King has been our friend from the beginning. And nothing you say will change that.
Krisha.
As I said earlier, there is an order to this. There is more to this story. You see, Adol is not the only one.
Huh?
Look.
They're... us?
How can it be?
I don't understand.
Your reaction is understandable. Monstrums, turn your gaze toward that painting.
Painting?
That looks like a painting of the emancipation of Balduke.
What about it?
Yufa. Look closely at the people who are depicted.
What?
They look like... us.
And the woman in the middle...
That's Saint Rosvita, isn't it? Wait,
Acrylis?
This painting is more accurate than any other depiction you will find today. The five next to the saint are the heroes who fought by her side in the 100 Years' War. And 4 of you are homunculi created from those heroes.
We are...
But how? The 100 Years' War happened over 5 centuries ago.
How old do you think this prison is?
No. It can't be.
that explains why we were all orphans.
Then does that mean Aprilis was...
The Saint's homunculus.
That is correct. 100 points.
Aprilis.
Doll, you are the one who made this possible. You are special, much like Adol. But I will leave that for another time.
I made it possible?
It is the same as I have told you before. We intend to reclaim this land. There are many exceptional individuals and many vocations with desirable talents. Through alchemy, these people can be replicated and controlled. With these homunculi in our ranks, Glia will be unstoppable, militarily and politically. We will break free of the Empire's fetters and bring peace and prosperity to the people.
So that's the reason the Knights were rounding people up.
Seems like the case.
And you don't see anything wrong with that?
Not at all. I have done everything in my power to achieve my goal already. But 8 years ago, during the war, all of it ended in failure.
It's just as Parks said.
Even if I must sacrifice my humanity, I will not allow those mistakes to be repeated. I cannot do it alone. Power is necessary for Glia to truly be free. Monstrums, I ask for your assistance. It will raise the people's morale if they are led by the heroes who liberated Balduke once before.
Every Glian knows what it's like to have someone taken from them by the Romans. But still...
Even though the war was terrible, we have to move past that. Not all Romans are bad people.
I can't speak for everyone. I think the people of Balduc are moving on.
I lost my parents in the war, but I'm slowly coming to terms with it.
Normally, I'd be raring to take on an entire army. But instead of fighting with you, I'm thinking it'll be a hell of a lot more fun fighting against you.
I hear you, Monstrums. Nevertheless, I was hopeful that you would share my perspective. To be certain, Adel, no. Crimson King, what is your response? I understand. Even as a homunculus, you are still the same adventurer. If none of you will join me, then you are a hindrance to my plan. I will obliterate you, and ensure that the next homunculi will be obedient.
Is that possible?
I told you earlier, alchemy can recreate flesh, and it can recreate souls as well. Fortunately, I already possess the necessary constituents.
Those are the words of someone about to put up the fight of his life. Now we're talking. I guess I made the right choice after all.
Obliterate us? So everything we've been through together will be gone forever? I'm not gonna let you do that!
That's the spirit, Krisha! First you tell us we're homunculi, and now you want to destroy us? We built our lives here, and we still have our futures ahead of us. For that, I won't give up. I won't go down without a fight.
I would have accepted being reborn if you offered to give me a healthy body. But you're just asking us to die. Sorry, but life's already too short, so I'm going to have to decline.
I fail to see the justice in your cause. I still have much to learn about the world and myself. That is why I will oppose you.
Very well, Monstrums of Balduc. You leave me with no choice. I, Shadowlord, Master of the Glean Hieroglyph Knights, accept your challenge.
He transformed!
You can do that with alchemy?
We'll defeat him, no matter what it takes!
Okay,
Yes,
All right!
That's a given.
I did not wish to show you my true power. Leave with no choice. Now, Monstrums of Balduc, let us fight!
I've been waiting to hear that. Only one of us is getting out of here alive, Shadowlord.
I understand how you feel, but what you're doing is wrong. You're not going to let you endanger the people of Balduc. Dangerous! Fall back!
It's over!
Hieroglyph Knights has his limits.
Thou not the true extent of one's limits is revealed in the face of death.
A sensible observation. We must also follow that fullest capacity.
That power will be of great use to the reborn Glee.
Still don't get it, do you? You're finished, Shadow Lord.
We're not gonna lose! This ends now!
The future of Glee and my fallen comrades.
He's tough.
For a second there, I thought we were goners.
Now I see how much you have all grown. Adol the Red and the heroes of the 100 Years' War. You're as strong as I hoped. But I will not surrender. Not in 1,000 years will I give up.
He's not done?
He is even more stubborn than Credo.
Glee must be freed. In the name of my fallen comrades, my friends. For the people whose lives were taken, all because of that war.
What's happening to Shadowlord?
Impossible! Am I a homunculus? It cannot be.
What?
What are you talking about?
It was him. He did this to me.
Who does he mean?
I see. I died. Along with every single one of my comrades.
Hold on! We still have questions!
I'm coming. My friends.
He's gone.
Shadowlord.
How insipid. I thought I'd watch the performance, but it ended oh so predictably.
Huh? Vesta?
No matter. My research is at the threshold of completion. It is fortuitous that Shadowlord performed his role sufficiently enough.
Hey, what's your deal showing up and spouting nonsense?
Insolence. Do you have any idea to whom you're speaking? Well, well, well. If it isn't the Crimson King, I suppose a formal introduction is in order. My name is Zola. I am the one who created you all, the first alchemist.
He's an alchemist?
All of you and this facility are the fruits born from my research, centuries in the making. Of course, the same goes for my adjutants, Shadowlord and Smirnov.
It was you? This whole time?
That's correct. Although this form is but one of many others. I have always been one to exercise prudence.
They're all people we've met before.
Over the past 500 years, I never once revealed my true form to anyone. But I am in good spirits today, and I have a very good reason. Thanks to you, Crimson King and Adol, my magnum opus is nearly complete.
He's a little boy.
What's this magnum opus?
Anemona. The final piece of my research requires someone very special. You.
No.
Anemona?
Papa. It is you.
What?
But I thought he'd be older.
This guy's just a freak.
So your memories have returned. It has been too long, Anemona. And of course, I've been watching all of you very closely too.
No way! He's the one who brought Anemona to life?
The big alchemist, doing whatever he wants no matter the consequences.
It's all for the sake of my research. 500 years in the making. And soon, there will be no need for any of you to fight the Grimwald Nox.
Are you saying...
The curse is going to be broken?
The curse? Ah, I understand. That's how Rosvita described it to you. Or rather, Aprilis, as you all know her. First of all, allow me to express my gratitude to you, Crimson King. Nothing I haven't done already. You see, Adol, I have everything I need from you now.
What do you mean by that?
There's still much to be done. But you will all see me again. That is, when it's time. Regrettably, I must retire for today.
Please wait, Papa!
Goodbye, Crimson King. Till next time.
He disappeared.
Anyone gonna explain to me what that asshole was talking about? Hell of a person to go and die for, Shadowlord.
Credo.
I can't believe we're just copies of war heroes, made by alchemy.
I don't know what to think. There's so much to take in.
Do you think it's true that we won't have to fight the Grimwald Nox anymore? Either way, it's still too early to celebrate.
Do you know anything about this magnum opus, Anemona?
I am sorry. I cannot recall, but it seems familiar somehow. Yes, I apologize. My thoughts are in a state of disarray at the moment. Is this what they call confusion?
There's not much we can do here. But what should we do about those?
I guess we'll just have to leave them here.
We wouldn't know what to do with them anyways.
Wait, maybe Dad knows what to do.
Oh yeah. Weren't he and Shadowlord partners? Where'd he run off to anyway?
He is not anywhere in the vicinity.
Yeah.
There's nothing else we can do right now. Let's return to the Dandelion, Adol.
I feel like we got more questions than answers.
Yeah, but I'm happy we rescued Felix at least.
I still find it difficult to fathom that we're homunculi of the ancient heroes.
You still got your strings tangled? Thought you'd be glad you got your memories back.
It was still a shock, though.
Yes. And perhaps if I had remembered sooner, I would have been of more use.
Adol?
This is just like before.
But why now?
Hang on, Adol! It seems worse this time.
Look! Isn't that the same light?
There is no mistaking it. It is the light that appeared when Shadowlord faded away.
This can't be happening.
But why? Adol! You can't go!
It's not fair.
This way, Crimson King! Quickly!
Aprilis?
How are you here?
It doesn't look like a trick.
Dad? What are you doing here?
You must hurry. There's not much time. Take the Crimson King over to the next room. There's also something I need all of you to do for me.
What is this place?
There's so many Aprilises!
I can't believe it.
This is the place where Zola first succeeded at making a homunculus.
That's right. You're one too.
The reason Zola turned to alchemy was so he could revive me, so he could revive St. Rosvita.
What?
I'm sure you all have many questions. But our first priority is saving the Crimson King's life.
We can save him?
What's the deal with him anyway?
Normally, homunculi are born as children. That's why all of you had proper childhoods.
That's true.
I wouldn't necessarily call them proper.
But he was an experiment to create an identical adult replica of the original. And because of that, his body is unstable.
If we do nothing, then the Crimson King will disappear forever. Just as Shadowlard did.
Isn't there anything we can do?
There's not enough time to create an entirely new body for him. However, there is another way.
It's our first time meeting, but it doesn't feel that way. It's like you and I have been connected all along. You felt it too, haven't you? I envy you for all of your adventures. What a life. The danger. When was the last time you slept in peace? Why keep doing it? Why do you still want to be an adventurer? Yeah, it does. If you don't light a fire, it'll never go out. If you don't make decisions, you'll never be hurt. But you'll never be deterred. You'll keep going until your last breath escapes you. In you, there lies a hope that guides you, and everyone around you toward their dreams. I thought so. I have a favor to ask. I wish I could go with you, but I'm afraid I'm running out of time. Still, I can't let it end here. Adventures are still waiting for us. So I ask you this. Take my power and my soul. Take them with you on your journeys. Adol Kristen.
You're awake. Yes. It was Dr. Noah's first time performing this procedure, so he cautioned me of its risks. I thought it best to stay and be sure you were all right. Incidentally, I believe this is the first time we've spoken, Adol Kristen.
Yeah.
Then you must be aware of what happened to you.
Adol the Red certainly is perceptive.
Dr. Noah.
The adventurer Adol Kristen and his homunculus the Crimson King. Within you resides both of their souls. To be precise, you were originally one person, and now you've become one again.
Do you feel the Crimson King's consciousness and the power you inherited? So that's what happened.
A conversation between souls during fusion. That is fascinating indeed.
Dr. Noah is Zola's assistant, but he has since joined our cause. He was the one who fused both of your souls into a single body. Forgive me, but this was the only way to save the Crimson King's life.
No.
I thought you would be angry with me. You're a very strange young man. He looks to be adjusting well enough. Shall we begin preparations?
Yes, Dr. Noah is right. I was planning on telling you after everyone had arrived. And it seems that time has come.
Adol! You're all right!
It's good to see the procedure was a success.
I suppose introductions are in order.
That's right. That makes this the first time we've met, right, Adol?
I didn't think you could do something like that.
At least I've got something to show for leaving home.
Can't wait to hear all about it.
Long story short, you're the same Adol we've always been friends with.
Thank goodness.
Yes. My worries have been assuaged.
You didn't call us just for this welcome back party, did you?
Before I get to it, there is something I need to tell you all first. It concerns Zola, the one who created all of us homunculi.
About time you told us who he is, and how you two know each other.
That man... No, the alchemist, Zola, is...
He was a young noble who served Rosvita during the 100 Years' War.
Anemona.
You've regained more memories?
Yes. Some returned when I saw this room.
If Zola served under Rosvita, then they must have known each other a long time.
That reminds me. There was a guy standing next to the saint in that painting. Is that the guy you're talking about? He's just a kid now.
Yes. The 100 Years' War was also a proxy war between the gods. Glia had the blessing of Grimnir. Ratai was blessed by Luki. But the roaring flames of human war eventually ignited the realm of the gods. Divided between the two sides, a war of their own erupted. Ultimately, Grimnir and Luki both fell at the other's hand.
Is this the Twilight of the Gods from the Norse religion?
Yes. Because of that war, the gods that once blessed Glia perished.
That's terrible. Then what is the Grimwald Nox?
You said the gods used the Grimwald Nox to contain and purge the monsters.
Even without the gods, the Grimwald Nox still creates monsters from human emotions. So now, it falls on humans to eradicate the monsters born from them. But after the 100 Years' War, many Glians were overcome with grief. The monsters manifested from them could no longer be contained by humans alone.
What happened then?
That is when Zola intervened. After I was executed, he resigned from the military and returned home. He secluded himself and became engrossed in his research to the point of obsession.
So that was when he began learning alchemy.
But why did he do that?
Thought you were smarter than that, kid.
Papa wanted to revive Rosvita. He respected her as both his commander and the woman he loved. He sold his land and used his inheritance to devote his life to his research. He would often isolate himself in his lab for days at a time without food or rest. The outcome of his blood and tears was...
It was me. I was born from his work.
That's such a sad reason.
Yeah, I never would have guessed.
Zola then reappeared from isolation as an alchemist. He proposed a plan to the Glean royal family, who was overwhelmed by the Grimwald Nox.
So that's why.
Only beings of exceptional strength and skill are capable of suppressing the Grimwald Nox. They are doing the gods' work, quite literally after all. Zola's proposal involved the creation of a homunculus army. The Glean royalty, out of time and other options, accepted his proposal.
So that's how he built all of this.
As you know, homunculi are created by replicating existing humans. When the royal family sought candidates in secret, a handful of people volunteered. Yes, the volunteers were my comrades who fought alongside me in the 100 Years' War. You are the homunculi of the heroes preserved here in this lab. The homunculi who have been slaying the Lemiris in secret, maintaining peace in Glia.
And centuries of this conflict brought us to today.
Yes, if the homunculi warriors were injured or killed, new ones were created. Zola even transferred his own soul into homunculi in order to continue his research. Then he gave his warriors gifts that bound them to this land.
That explains what the curse is.
I had no idea.
Why were we adopted or given to orphanages then? Was that the case for all of our predecessors?
No, Zola and I raised the homunculi ourselves. But 15 years ago, Zola disappeared. Your predecessors had perished, and you were all much too young to fight. That is why I made the decision to suppress the Grimwald Nox alone. I had no other choice but to entrust you to the people of Balduq.
So you've been fighting alone then?
So then, what has Zola been doing?
Shortly before he left, he said he had discovered a breakthrough in his research. I've no doubt it's the magnum opus he was speaking of, and he's still working on it.
There's one more thing that doesn't add up. Where did you come from? Saint Rosvita was tricked by Bretai's army and burned at the stake. So explain to me how the hell you were created.
Kratos' right. Our bodies were preserved.
Papa can fabricate more than just objects and flesh. He can fabricate human souls as well.
I do remember him saying that.
My soul was the first prototype that he successfully fabricated. Using the doll belonging to Rosvita as a relic, Papa placed my soul into it.
Huh?
He did it because fabricating a soul was only the first step.
He needed to put the soul into something I held dear to learn more about my past. From the memories he learned from Anemona and a lock of my hair, I was created.
What?
Now you're telling us he can create people from nothing but memories and hair?
That's a lot of power for one man.
Right?
Now we know why Aprilis and the rest of us were created. But what about Adol?
It must have something to do with Zola's magnum opus.
I don't have the answer to that question. But Zola has a deep desire for Adol's copious experience as an adventurer.
Could it be possible that the strange monsters and primordials we have witnessed in the prison were designed based on Adol's past adventures?
You've got quite the fan, Adol.
I suspected that was the case. And if Adol says so, then it must be.
I'm worried.
Worried about what?
Isn't there anything we can do to stop Zola?
There are many things I need to ask him, but nobody knows where he is. There's also the matter of a certain event that's about to happen.
And what's that?
Balduke will soon be hosting its Victory Day festival for the 100 Years' War.
You mean...
It is an annual event. A day that celebrates Rosvita and the reclamation of Balduke.
About that time of year again, huh?
Yeah, I suppose we were too busy to remember. But what does the festival have to do with anything?
The scars left by the 100 Years' War still run deep through this land. Once every year, the Grimwald Nox becomes the more dangerous ultimate Grimwald Nox.
Even more dangerous?
Now that is a celebration I can get behind.
Victory Day is in 3 days.
We do not have much time.
Zola is a threat, but the ultimate Grimwald Nox is a more immediate concern. Before that time comes, you should all take this chance to return to the city and rest.
I think I'll do that. I'm exhausted, mentally and physically.
Yeah, we've all been through a lot.
I could use a night to let this all sink in.
I will investigate the Grimwald Nox and Zola's whereabouts. You'll hear from me if I discover anything. Until then, rest well.
Sure thing. What do you want to make? Let's do this. That's a wrap. Let's do this. That's a wrap. Leave it to me. What do you think? Let's do this. That's a wrap. That should do it. Good work out there.
There's much to enjoy at the festival.
Over here, sir. Everything's a good choice. Not gonna buy anything? Come again soon.
Crimson Block! Those Roman soldiers could still hold the festival after all.
Yeah.
Dad.
Jules, how did you know I was here? Is there something you all needed to speak with me about?
It's been a long time, so I know how difficult it is to see her. Either way, you know Mom's never going to stop looking for you.
Ah, so she did see me. I should have been more discreet.
If you don't mind me asking, Dr. Noah, what are you doing here?
Ah, right. Do you see this plaque behind me? Inscribed on it is a record of diseases throughout history. I came to see if I could find anything useful.
Oh, I see. You were looking for a way to cure Jules.
What?
Am I really that transparent? Still, this might be a good opportunity for me to explain everything to you all. You deserve to know what happened. It was many years ago, long before I knew anything about homunculi. I came to learn of an institution that fostered war orphans. That was where I first met you, Jules.
I was a war orphan?
Yes. Aprilis had entrusted the four of you to that orphanage. She couldn't take care of you on her own. It was her last resort.
That's understandable.
Indeed, it was in that orphanage where we met Jules. You should have seen how happy Pamela was. After all, she couldn't bear children of her own.
Mom couldn't have children?
Unfortunately not. But I know that she loved you more because of it. The years after we adopted you were the happiest of our lives. When you became ill, it devastated your mother. That's when I promised her that I would find a cure for you.
Dad.
One day, in my desperate search to find a treatment, a man approached me. That man was an alchemist named Zola.
Papa.
He told me who he was and asked for my help in his alchemy research. It was then he revealed to me that you, Jules, were a homunculus. I thought that if I helped him, I would eventually find a way to cure your disease.
I had no idea. But why did you have to leave us?
The hero you were created from suffered from the same disease as you. I surmised that the hero's body would lead me to more clues about the disease. However, Zola kept a firm grip on his research. As a condition for becoming his adjutant, I was forbidden from leaving the prison.
Dad,
It's not your fault, Jules. Being sick isn't ever anyone's fault. Believe me, my deepest regret is leaving you and your mother without saying goodbye.
Jules, there's something you've been wanting to say, isn't there? You don't have to wait anymore.
Yufa.
Dad. To tell you the truth, there were many things I wanted to say to you when I saw you again. I wanted to tell you how much I despised you, how much I hated you. But now, how could I say any of those things?
Jules.
Thanks, Dad. For taking care of me. For being my dad. And for trying to find a cure for me. Thank you.
Jules.
As a doctor, it would be imprudent of me to be too optimistic. But I'm progressively coming to understand your disease. There's still a chance for a cure. I will do everything in my power to save you.
Dad.
Good thing you two finally hashed it out. Hey, by the way, what kind of research were you helping Zola with exactly?
I was looking for ways to extract memories from a person's soul. That research allowed me to create the primordials and monsters from Adol's memories. I imagine Zola plans on taking this research even further.
Even further?
But what about Shadowlord? I thought you two were working together.
You must mean how Shadowlord gathered those with desirable talents in the prison. That was Zola's plan all along. He was merely using Master Shadowlord. Zola was the one who truly needed them. In spite of that, he rarely shows himself in the prison nowadays. I'm afraid even I don't know what he planned on doing with them.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it wasn't anything good.
Zola is an unforgiving man, if his treatment of Shadowlord was any indication. But if you asked me if he were evil, I wouldn't be able to tell you. He sincerely believes his actions are just, regardless of the implications.
You mean he's a whack job, the kind you stay away from?
That may be true. I admit, I have my fair share of blame for your hardships, Monstrums. For that, I apologize. It was the least I could do to make it up to you. But I don't expect to be forgiven on that alone.
Dad.
I'll go see your mother soon, Jules. You have my word. My son is fighting his best even when sick. It's only right that I work just as hard. After it's all over, we'll go back to how it was. You, me, and your mother. Crimson King. No, at all. Zola is profoundly fascinated with you. You have no reason to trust me, but I suggest that you be careful. Now then, it's nearly sunset. I'd better return to the prison. You'll have to excuse me.
Dad, you be careful too.
Yes, I will.
Hey, good for you, Jules.
Yeah, thanks. I should thank you guys too.
We're all happy for you, Jules. Your dad is a good person after all.
I believe there is much I can learn from him as well.
Yeah, he's all right. Can we go back to town now?
Job well done.
Something's there.
You ram him down!
Something's there. Something's there. Something's there.
yours.
What?
Now then, Monstrums. What do you say we finish up my request?
What?
But you already killed all of the homunculi.
There's just one more to go. This one.
You cannot mean...
Wait, so you're also a homunculus?
Yeah. Funny, isn't it? What was his name? Shadowlord? I don't know when he created me. It was probably when the real me came to this prison for an inspection. But it doesn't matter now. Will you oblige me at all? I thought you'd say that. That's why I brought someone else to convince you.
I wish to ask this of you as well, Adol.
Parks? What are you doing here?
I recall Parks mentioning that he was friends with Marius.
Marcus Claudius Germanicus. That is the name of one of the most celebrated, revered people in the Roman Empire. Marius is, with all due respect, a homunculus of that man.
What?
It all makes sense now.
What makes sense?
What are you talking about?
Marius is a homunculus of the current Emperor of Rom.
What? He is?
But if you're his friend, then who are you, Parks?
I regret I had to keep it a secret from you all. But my real name is Lindheim. I was formerly only a cardinal of the church, but now I am also Governor General of Glea.
But weren't you supposed to be missing?
Cardinal Lindheim.
I knew you weren't just some old man, but I can't say I saw this coming.
When I went to inspect the prison, I saw an inmate who looked just like His Majesty. I thought my eyes were deceiving me, so I investigated as an undercover prisoner. But I had no idea he was a homunculus.
It was my fault you went through all of that, Lindheim.
Nonsense. It was my choice. I couldn't turn a blind eye to His Majesty, even if you're not precisely the same person. I figured Adol needed to hear this to understand your reasoning.
I believe Shadowlord has some kind of control over me. After we escaped, I knocked Adol out and returned to the prison with him. In the same vein, I think it prevents me from ending my own life. I may not be a real Imperial Knight, but it'd be nice to go out like one. That's why it needs to be you, Adol. You're the only one who can do this.
Yeah.
Sorry, my friend. This'll be the last time I take advantage of your kindness. All right, Adol. Don't hold back.
Marius's body is glowing!
Yeah. It's been fun. Adol, can I say one more thing before I go? In your adventures, you save people's lives. You lead them. Give them courage. You discover the unknown. And little by little, your actions change the world. I'm sure, Adol. that you'll come to understand the meaning of this someday.
Well,
look at me, giving advice on my deathbed. When you find the answer, tell it to the real me, would you? I'm sure that wisdom will help the world. Find the one who's behind this. You have to stop him. Thanks for being my friend, Adol. We had a good run.
Adol.
Thank you, Adol. I know. I'm positive he felt the same way. We're all depending on you to make his final request a reality.
He was one hell of a guy, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
The one who's behind this? He must have known about Zola.
So he was the Emperor's...
I had no idea that you were the Governor General, Parks. I hope we didn't do anything to offend you.
Of course you didn't. And I'm the one who owes you an apology. Forgive me for keeping this a secret from all of you.
You don't have to.
I hope you will find the sincerity in my words, despite my prevarication. I'm very glad to have met you all, though I wish it were in different circumstances. With that, I should also be on my way.
no.
Yeah! The Dandelion never would have been possible without you. You're the one who started it, Governor General or not.
And I believe it would be in your best interest as Governor General to see this through.
It is handy having you around.
And maybe you could keep those nosy soldiers in check. Well, not that someone like Belger would pose much of a threat.
You are all very convincing. Very well. I shall remain at the Dandelion. Though I may return to my office occasionally to tend to my many long overdue affairs.
Yes.
Yes, likewise. But are you sure about this? My allegiance lies with Rom.
Of course we are! To us, you're still Parks, not the Governor General.
I understand. I shall be sure to remember that.
About time we finished.
How about this one?
Oh, Rodario, that one simply won't do. I think girls these days prefer frills like this one has.
Oh, for crying out loud, Melissa. You don't like any of the ones I pick. Maybe this would be easier if you just picked it yourself.
I do have my opinions, but I could never decide all on my own.
Is everything okay, Anemona?
Yes. I was just thinking about Melissa and Rodario's conversation. It reminded me of something.
Of something from your past?
Yes. A memory from many years ago. Of a time I spent with Rosvita. With Aprilis.
What do you think, Anemona?
What do I think? You wish to know if that dress is defective?
No, silly. It's a new outfit for you to wear.
It took me a long time to make these. It's a present from me to you. A present? Then shall I give you something in return?
You don't need to give me anything. I just want us to be friends, Anemona.
Papa has already instructed me to do so.
That's not what I mean. Why? How could you do that?
Your doll was getting old. I merely attempted to give her a new body. However, I did not expect her soul to reject it and disappear.
But you didn't have to throw her away!
What is the reason for this outburst?
You don't know anything! I've had Anemona since I was little. She was my only friend!
I can't believe my eyes. I thought you were gone forever. But here you are. I want so badly to take you with me, but you have your own life now. And I can't risk losing you again. Goodbye, Anemona. Until next time.
She didn't take you because she was worried about you. It sounds like Aprilis was actually a pretty normal girl.
I'm kind of relieved to hear that.
Anemona, you're smiling.
Oh. So it seems dolls can smile too.
Anemona.
So what you were looking for was Aprilis all along?
Perhaps, but only in the beginning. Now I wish to find a way to end the Grimwald Nox forever. Aprilis has been fighting alone for so long, but now I can do something to help her. I do not want for her to feel alone again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adol.
So, what do you all think about this Zola guy?
From what I know about him, he sounds unpredictable. And his magnum opus is anybody's guess.
Yeah, I just hope that we'll find out soon.
Those Roman soldiers are hard at work.
Something's there.
so strong.
Come on, you two! Give it your best shot!
I hope that blockhead's satisfied after this.
I still do not understand why it is they are fighting. With the next strike, this will finally be behind us.
You're as good as I hoped.
Nothing beats this feeling. You don't think we're finished, do ya? Yeah, with your face in the dirt.
They're still at it. They can't even hold their monstrum forms anymore.
Those two never cease to amaze.
This reminds me of how Kratos was when he first fought Shadowlord. No, I think he's even more determined now. Oh!
What is it, Krisha?
Is it just me? Or is Kratos' darkness starting to fade?
Huh, maybe it's because he's not in his monstrum form anymore.
Damn it.
How about it? Are you done yet?
Like hell I am. You've got to be kidding me. I can't lift a finger.
That is the consequence of succumbing to the darkness without knowing how to control it. But it's impressive you've lasted this long while carrying it inside you. I suppose you have Shadowlord to thank for that.
Huh? What are you on about?
For a long time, your only goal was to defeat Shadowlord. Your determination offset the negativity of your darkness, helping you maintain a balance. When Shadowlord was killed, your goal was no more, and your determination faded. That's when the darkness regained its control over you.
That's the biggest pile of bullshit I've ever heard.
You are a homunculus of a warrior known as a berserker. Their strength and darkness were two sides of the same coin. Does this sound familiar?
Since I was a kid, I was good at just about everything without putting in much effort. For a long time, I didn't get how people could be dedicated to anything. But that all changed the first time I got myself into a sword fight. The fear and thrill I felt as I eluded death with every swing of my sword. And then the ensuing euphoria after surviving the life-threatening ordeal. For the first time, I felt alive. I had finally found meaning in my life. Not long after that, I watched Sister Lisa die right there in front of me. After that, things changed. I started challenging strangers, anybody who could put up a fight. I could only feel alive when I was staring death in the face.
Contrary to what you believe, you're not a fighter, Credo.
What'd you say?
Being good at everything made you feel like nothing was worth dedicating yourself to. But then you finally found something you couldn't pick up right away. For the first time, you felt the desire to improve yourself.
A desire to improve, huh?
The satisfaction you feel stems from overcoming your weaknesses. This instinct is the very darkness inside you, and the source of a berserker's power. There's a thin line between conquering the darkness and being conquered by it.
You're not making any sense.
At this very moment, as you lie there helpless on the ground, what do you feel?
Pissed off at how I didn't stand a chance against him.
If you were truly angry, would you be smiling?
I'm smiling?
Perhaps you feel like you found what you were looking for. You might even feel gratitude toward your opponent.
Huh?
You must have felt the same way after you lost to Shadowlord.
I was grateful to him.
Warriors like you need a fair fight where they can realize their fullest potential. As long as you understand this, you will never be swallowed by your darkness again. Things are often simpler than they seem. You need only to change your perspective. Dr. Noah told me something. He said that Shadowlord and Sister Lisa were childhood friends.
What?
It's possible Sister Lisa asked him to watch over you. I am as much to blame for placing you in that orphanage to begin with. I'm sorry, Credo, for everything.
That's a whole lot of jabbering just to embarrass me. For someone they call a saint, you sure are a pain in the ass. I give up. You win, alright? I guess I can stick with you guys a little longer.
Good. Welcome back. I have you to thank, Adol. Now, we can face the Grimoire Nox as a complete team.
It appears all is well now.
Ugh, you guys really had me worried.
Hey, how's it feel to be dragged home by Mommy after running away?
Come closer and say that again.
I'm just happy that Kratos back.
Yes, I think we all are. I need to speak with you all about what's to come. Let's continue this discussion at the Dandelion. Adol, would you please carry Credo?
Not in a million years.
What's the matter? Big boy Quato can't walk on his own?
You little shit. Enjoy it while you still can.
All right, that went great.